guys, what's up? Good to have you guys back. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys about indicators. You understand? I don't know if you guys have like seen different charts where you have different not technical analysis. This one is not even about is not lines or boxes. This one you actually see some things that look like threads. They're actually called indicators, and they are to actually help you in your technical analysis. For me personally, I don't use indicators because I feel that indicators are a bit late, and some of the times, most of the times, they are actually very incorrect. So that's the reason why I don't use it. I use full price action because all I just need to see is the candles, because the candles will definitely tell me what prices actually wants to do. But at the same time, as beginners, some people like to use indicators, some people don't like to use indicators, but I will have to teach you about it. So if you log into your trading view, at this top right here, you'll see something called indicators. And I'm going to be teaching you guys, I'm going to be teaching you about 3 very popular and very useful indicators I have used in the past. They actually made me profits, but like I said, they were incorrect in most cases. So the first one is actually called RSI. So if you tap on the indicator button in your trading view, you just put RSI, which actually means relative strength index. You actually see something like this. I don't know if you guys have seen it before. So you actually see something like this. And how does it work? It actually tells you when price is being overbought or when price is oversold for it to actually enter into the market. So when market is actually overbought like this, it will actually tell you. So what you need to do is for you to be thinking about a sell. And when market has oversold, you see it like this, and what market needs to do, what you should be thinking of doing is you should be thinking of selling. Most of the times it might tell you to sell, it might tell you to buy, it might be wrong, but I'm going to show you in most cases when it was actually correct. So how does it work? Now, if you tap on this side, these are actually the settings. If you go to input, it actually, if you see 14 right here, it actually means that it uses the past 14 candles in the past to actually tell if market is overbought or oversold. That means if the last 14 candles, the grains are actually like, sorry, the candlestick that's green, that's bullish pressure, is actually much, it will tell you if it is overbought, or if it is red, there's a lot of reds there and they're actually like very strong, it will tell you if it is oversold. So that's it right here. So if you can change this to, let us say 4. So if I put 4, it will use the last 4 candles, and let us see what it's going to do. It's going to change. As you can see, our price is actually moving now. So it's actually using the last 4 candles to tell you this. So some people use 7, some people use 4, some people use 14, some people use 10, some people use 12, depending on what works for you. But for me, I don't use indicators at all, but at the same time they can actually help in confirmation when you want to actually enter a trade. You understand? Maybe you've put your trend line, your support and resistance, your candlestick, your reversal, your what's the name, your what's the name of this word, your top down analysis. You used everything. You can actually use this also to add up to your technical analysis before you actually place a trade. You understand? So this is actually how you do it. So let us say, taking a look at this place right here, the RSI, that means imagine we were in the past, right? Let us say the replay tool. Let's use the replay tool. So let us say market was actually like this. So the market will tell you, RSI will tell you that, hey, the market has actually what? It has overbought. And when the price has overbought like this, the next thing you should be looking for is actually a sell. But if it was me, when looking at price action like this, I'll have to first look for a trend. That's one. I'll have to first look for my area of value. I'll have to first look for candlestick confirmation before I think of a sell. But some people, when they see things like this, the next thing that they do is they actually like go ahead and they sell. And most of the times, or some of the times, they actually make profit. And what did the market do? The market actually sold. You understand? And that is how they make profit, using the RSI indicator. One of the other indicators a lot of people use again is actually called the moving average. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to delete this RSI from here. What you do is to put your cursor close to it, you delete it. So what you need to do is to go to your indicator, right? You actually search for moving average. There's something called the moving average simple and the moving average ribbon. You understand? So we have the moving average simple and the moving average ribbon. We're going to definitely add the two. And this is how your chart is going to look like. Now, what does moving average mean? You might ask yourself. Just like as the name says, moving average. It means that it is trying to calculate, just like what RSI was doing. RSI was looking if price was overbought or oversold. But what this one does, it actually calculates a number of candles, then it tries to give you the average of the candles that you've imputed right there. Just like as I told you before, RSI, you can impute maybe 7 candles, 14 candles, 5 candles, 4 candles. That's exactly the same thing you can do also with the moving average. And how does the moving average work? Now, they tell you once price is actually below, one price is below the moving average, just like as this red line is below, you should be looking for a sell. And once price is above the moving average, you should be looking for a buy. Just as you guys can see here, looking at this red line, the simple, when price came all the way down here, the moving average price was actually above the moving average. So what you should be thinking about is you should be thinking of what? Placing a buy trade. And when price was down the moving average, what you should be thinking of doing is you should be thinking about selling. That is how the moving average actually works. Most of the times, these indicators are actually very, very late. Okay, let me try to like replay. Let me use my replay tool to like show you guys. So at this point, you might not tell because market is still showing bullish pressure. Market still wants to go up. Do you guys understand? Bullish pressure. So I will not know if I should be buying or be selling. But most people, want to discover that the moving average is actually above the current price of the market, what they think of doing is they actually sell. And what happens? They see price react up a bit, the market starts selling. This is actually a very useful indicator that you can actually use to make money on the forex market, or you can actually add it to your technical analysis and make good trading decision. So all you have to do to remove it, you click on it and you actually tap remove indicators. Then the last one is actually the Boolean band. So all you have to do is to go back to your indicators again, put the word Boolean band, B-O-L-L-I-N-G. As you can see it here, you tap on it and it automatically applies to your charts. Now, what it does also is to give you, what I told you, it actually works like the RSI and it works like the moving average. So it gives you the average price of the market, that's one, and also it actually tells you when price has been overbought or when price has been oversold. Do you guys understand? So at this point here, you should be thinking about maybe a buy or something from what the bully band is actually like telling us, but it's not actually outside of the bullion band, just like moments like this or moments like this or moments like this. So looking at what the bullion band is telling us, let us see what at this point in time you can see that market has actually come out of the bullion band, just like moments like this and moments like this. And once price is actually out, you expect maybe to sell, or if it is under, you expect to buy. So now that price is actually out of the bullion band, you are expecting price to actually buy. So it's out. Then the next thing, we see price go to the upside. And this is actually how a lot of traders use to make money, using different indicators, using the RSI, the bullion band, the moving average, and there are so many indicators out there that you can actually use to make money. But for me, all I just do is, you can see there are different types of indicators that you can actually use. But for me, as a trader, I'm a pure price action trader. I don't like to use any indicators at all. All I just need is my support, my resistance, and my candlestick patterns. And most of the times, many of you used to ask the question like, when is the right time for you to actually sell the forex market? You have to understand that there's something called the London session and the New York session. You understand? And this actually opens 8 a.m. in the morning, and it's actually bad for you to be trading currencies that are actually in the New York session or in the London session during the night. The night is actually called the Asian session. There are actually about 4 sessions, and I'm going to create a class concerning that for you guys to learn. I'm not much of a teacher, but I hope the information I'm passing to you guys, you people really understand. So I'll see you guys in the next class. Peace.